Yo, how's it going guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be showing you how to speed bridge the right way. Now, a lot of you might not already know how to speed bridge, and some of you might know how to speed bridge, and I presume I'd say about like 50% of the speed bridging community probably speed bridges wrong, although I might be wrong in that statement. It's just an estimate, who knows, man. I'll turn off hitboxes, hold on a second. There we go, hitboxes are off, now it looks much more clean. Alright, so I think probably the majority of speed bridges will hold down right click when they're speed bridging. Now, when I say this is wrong, I don't really mean like, oh yeah, it doesn't work. Sure, it works, but it's much slower than how fast you could go. And I would only recommend holding down if you're feeling really unconfident and like if you're a final kill or something like that. Because if you can learn how to right click and speed bridge like without holding down, you can go almost as fast as breezy bridging, okay? So, you know, if you want to go as fast as breezy bridging, then watch this. So, in this, Hypixel bridging thing I have right here, basically there's a thing over here called speed, and when I travel in a certain area, as you can see, it tells me how fast I'm traveling. So, when I'm holding down right click and speed bridging like this, just normal speed bridging, as you can see, it tells me my speed, and then once I fall, it should tell me my maximum speed. So, I had a top speed of 2 ms, and ms stands for meters per second, I think, and 1 block is 1 meter. So, basically, speed bridging is going to be much higher, obviously, so like that, let me see what that was. See, that was 3.16 ms. That's how I usually speed bridge. And then how other people speed bridge is probably like this. And if you look at that, that's 2.79 ms. Now, if I breezy bridge, as you can see, my speed bridging was actually faster than that. So that's a pretty good difference, okay? Now, I'm not saying speed bridging will always be faster than breezy bridging, but, you know, it's going to be very, very close. So I've seen a lot of, like, misleading stuff on YouTube about speed bridging as well. People saying you have to right-click and shift at the same time. Now, I know, like when I do this, this is basically what happens when I do this. Like, I get it a little bit and I just walk off. Literally, I wouldn't right-click and shift at the same time if I were you, right? You can do it a little bit. See, I'm doing it pretty well here. I'm, like, right-clicking and shifting at the same time. But at the very end, I'll probably fall off, okay? Now, don't right-click and shift at the same time. Instead, what you're probably going to want to do is shift and then right-click. So, what I mean by that is you unshift, right-click, unshift, right-click, unshift, right-click, unshift, right-click, like this. Now, just a little bit, like, just a little bit after unshifting, you should right-click. Don't do it at the same time. Now, if you can get the hang of doing this, like, I don't know, about, like, 1 millisecond afterwards or something like that. Okay, not 1 millisecond, it's a little bit too fast. But if you get the hang of it doing it, like 1/4 of a second afterwards, then you can go really fast. So, if I go to my fastest pace, hold on a second, this is not my fastest pace. So that was 3.24, which is definitely faster than my breezy bridging. Now, if I try to go as fast as possible, this requires me to double click. I'll probably fall off here, but anyway, as you can see, this is my fastest possible speed bridging that I can do. I know a lot of people can do really fast speed bridging, and that was 3.45. Now, that's actually comparable to god bridging, okay? Because I'm traveling 3.45 blocks per second. That's really fast, okay? So if you can master this kind of speed bridging, you can basically go almost as fast as god bridging. Because god bridging, like... In fact, no, there is proof that you can actually go faster speed bridging than god bridging. Because when you're god bridging, you have to, like, bridge like this, like this, like this. I'm not god bridging, I know I can't god bridge. And then you bridge up. Now, the bridging up slows you down. But what you can do when you're speed bridging is you can just sort of keep going. You don't have to bridge up once. So I just walked off because I'm really good. But that means that no matter what, speed bridging can always have a potential to be faster than god bridging. It's just very hard to achieve. But obviously, tele bridging is still the best bridging method, which I obviously can't do either. So, god bridging has like a time of like 4 blocks, or like 4.5 blocks per second, which is fairly quick. So, to give you some more detail of this clip, I'll play it in slow motion, I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it. I'll probably put something up saying like when I'm shifting and when I'm right-clicking. You're about to hear through my keys, but I'll just do this real quick. So I'm doing this quite slowly right now, just to show you exactly how I'm doing it. You can actually speed up, like go faster, go slower. As you can see, I'm going fairly slow right now, but that's still way faster than holding down. I just walked off. That's still way faster than holding down. Like, this is holding down speed, and this is right-click speed. As you can see, the right-click speed is much faster, and I walked off again. I'm serious, okay, I'm not bad, alright. I'm just very bad at, like demonstrating stuff and switching between bridging methods mid-bridge, alright. I'm a pro, alright. I'm the best speed bridger in the world, okay? I'm the best speed bridger in the world. I know right-clicking is much less consistent than holding down right-click, but I think you can still get the same consistency. Because I know, like, a lot of people will still fall off even when they're holding down right-click, so you know, it does increase the risks a bit, so if you're starting off speed bridging, maybe I would recommend to hold down right click. But, like, seriously, you can learn just to right-click in, like, 5 minutes. I literally cannot switch. Now, this part of the video is for people who can't speed bridge properly, okay? Because I know, like, a lot of people out there are probably watching this and thinking, you're telling me how to speed bridge better, but not how to speed bridge in general, right? So what you want to do when you're speed bridging is to go to the edge of the block and place your crosshair in sort of the angle where the, line, like the side of the block is here. Now, I have an arrow crosshair. You can do this whatever you want. I just find when you're using an arrow crosshair, it actually helps a lot more because you can sort of line up one side of the arrow to the outlines on the block, and this actually gives you like an unfair advantage. Don't ban it, Hypixel, don't ban it. It's an unfair advantage, but don't ban it like you banned free look. So you can put the side of this arrow to the block, and then you can... I just leveled up in Hypixel. You can put the side of this arrow to the block, and then you can right-click. So you could just practice bridging normally like this for a second. As you can see, this is actually way faster than regular speed bridging, how a lot of people do it. Because I'm timing the clicks here, but at the same time, even if you hold down, it is still faster because it's closer to the top of the block. Now, I wouldn't go all the way to the top of the block when speed bridging, because most likely you'll fall off. But if you go like sort of in the middle, like around here, that's where I'd usually go. That's probably the best place to go. Now, the reason why you have to do this is because if you put your crosshair in a different angle, like here, as you can see, while I'm speed bridging, I'm going to go slowly towards the edge and then fall off. So you want to make sure that you can get in a stable position where when you're shifting, you're not moving backwards or forwards. If you're moving a little bit, it doesn't matter that much because you can just rearrange yourself if you get into a problem. But something like this is quite important. So when you're standing on the block with your crosshair in this angle, what you want to do is just right click and then you should be moving straight forward. You want to hold S and D at the same time while doing this. And you should move straight forward. Now, this is kind of the tricky part. In the middle of right-clicking, you want to let go of shift and then wait till you go to the edge of the block. And you want to just repeat this process over and over again. So right-click, unshift, go to the edge of the block. Right-click, unshift, go to the edge of the block. Right-click, unshift, go to the edge of the block. And when you reach the edge of the block, obviously you want to shift as well. So it's sort of like this. Like I said, if you want to do an easier speed bridging method, you can just hold down right-click. So that way you won't have to time the right-clicks, only the shifting. Which I'd say is pretty good if you're trying to start off. You can get good at this. It's pretty easy to get good at speed bridging, but once you get the hang of that, I recommend going straight to the hard stuff because honestly, it's so easy to do anyway. Just saying, once you take in this information, the only thing you can really do is just practice. Like, what's going to happen, like, all speed bridging really is just muscle memory. Once you have the muscle memory for it, you're going to be able to do it every single time, you know. It's going to be really easy to do. A lot of people can do speed bridging with their eyes closed. Currently, I can't do the hard one with my eyes closed, like the fast one, but I can definitely do this with my eyes closed. It's really simple. And whatever you do, when you're speed bridging, you should never spam click. A lot of people get this misconception that when you're spam clicking, it's the same as holding down to like some extent, and I just say that's completely false. Because when you're spam clicking, what happens is you're just going to have a bunch of random gaps where basically... See, I can speed bridge a little bit while spam clicking, but eventually there's gonna be a random gap in the speed bridge where like... Okay, well, I've just proved myself wrong by speed bridging fairly fast, but... when you're there we go, I fell off there, okay. When you're spam clicking and speed bridging, there's always gonna be some random gap in between your CPS, and that random gap could just be you falling in the void. So I'd say to never spam click while speed bridging, unless you're doing like gob bridging, but that's not speed bridging, is it? But yeah guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learn how to speed bridge better, or if not, like you just learn how to speed bridge in general. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll try and do more like this in future. I'm intending on making like more tutorial videos, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to experiment with my content. I have no idea how it's gonna go. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.